I'm at that moment in time where I almost feel redundant because I've almost done all the work I need in order to have my allotment looking the way I want it to look. Most of the beds are filled. Well, saying that, there'll be some that will be emptied soon. I've just been up to water and I've just found a simpler watering system compared to what I was using before. Excuse the wonky angle. I've just got some strawberries because Stella, I always do this. Excuse me a moment. I just took that stool out and I've left it there. Let me put it away. I'm going home. But I tell you, everything looks so good right now, especially since it's just all been watered. Birds sound fantastic. Everything all the way down looks so nice. I really can't capture what I see. That's where the human eye is fantastic in actually gathering information and creating beauty. So yeah, as I was saying, let's put this away as I talk. I'm at the point where my efforts are going to have me with an allotment that looks as I want it to look, and that's a good place to be. However, it also means Stella, who likes to keep herself busy, will be wondering, what do I do with myself when I haven't got the allotment keeping me busy? I'm sure I'll find things to do, like transplanting Swiss chard and then leaving it on the side because you haven't got space to put it in, and hoping that it will stay alive long enough until you can actually give it a new home. But one of the things I am actually planning to do is I'm going to be helping a colleague who's going to lose their allotment if they don't sort it out. So Saturday after next, I'll be at their allotment sorting it out. But my allotment right now is sparking a lot of joy. It's lifting the spirits. Yeah, so nearly all the beds are planted up. I've actually sown seeds direct. I better put this one back up there. And some of them are actually germinating. Oh, sorry, my bag is on my shoulder. Like those ones there, and I don't even remember whether that's chikikuri or whether it's courgettes, because guys, I haven't had any courgette success in pots except for this one, which is a surprise, and I don't even remember whether it's a courgette. I promised myself that I would actually write down the names of everything I saw, but did I do that? Nah. So we just have to work it out when the time comes. But yeah, all the beds are planted up. Some are waiting for harvest soon. What I find really fascinating is the fact that my kestrels, which are second earlies, haven't flowered yet, and yet my Desirees have flowered. Go figure. That doesn't make sense. At least to me it doesn't make sense. So I'm just going to wait and see, because I'll harvest anything and everything when it is totally and completely dead. I think that's the only way I can actually make sure that I don't end up. Sorry, I'm doing 10 things at once, but also wanting to show you a little bit of how fantastic everything looks. Yeah, so I'll have to wait until the potatoes are dead in order to determine whether or not they're ready, because I have no other way of actually knowing whether or not the potatoes are ready. Look at these peas, looking yummy. Look at my Ailsa onions. Honestly, everyone is measuring their Ailsa onions. I am not measuring, but I can tell you that I've got some massive ones, and what I've done with all of them is I've actually just topped them with manure, and it's less hassle than feeding the plants, and it seems to work just as well, because all my onions which were topped up with manure are doing fantastic, and they've put in a spurt of growth Here I've got my faster onions. I don't know if many of you know of them, but these are onions you can actually sow right up until May. So I put them in thinking that I wasn't going to get any produce, but the onions are still doing fine. My broccoli, pixie cabbage are doing fantastic. I mean, guys, look at that. That is a picture to have on a postcard when you send it to your great aunt and tell her that, oh my gosh, everything is growing beautifully. I'm having a fantastic crop and I'm hoping for a fantastic harvest. It is so nice to see things growing so beautifully. I'm going to change up the way in which this is netted in order that I can give the plants a little bit more room to spread out, because the ones on the edge are being eaten, I don't know, probably by a slug on the inside. But I bought nematodes, I just haven't actually used them yet. My onions, I just feel like they'll be ready for harvest soon. They're still growing and growing beautifully at that, but I think that they're going to be ready for harvest soon. These are my sensu onions. I've had about 3 that tried to go to seed, and I did what I did last year, which is to just take off the flower and let the onion go on. I'll be able to recognize which one had a flower anyway, so that'll be fine. This is my thermidrum garlic. I had to go back to my old videos to work out which garlic was what. So I have thermidrum, and then after the thermidrum I have the Ekura or something like that, and that one doesn't seem to have a strong stem. And then after that I've got white, something white, spelled W-I-G-H-T, Solent white or something like that. That's supposed to have a very strong flavor, and that's doing fine. So everything has been watered and is looking yum yum yum. If I must say so myself, I need to sort out this grass which has decided to grow up through my wood chip and flower, so it will need chopping this weekend. It's good to actually look back at your videos, because what happened is I looked at my old videos and realized what these onions were. So I took off the flowers and I'm slowly harvesting them for cooking as I go along. So they still have a decent amount of stem on the inside, because I'm harvesting them. And look at this, guys. Isn't that a beautiful, beautiful flower? These are the Desiree potatoes, and they have a beautiful, beautiful flower. I love it so much, but I am keeping an eye on it because I noticed that Nick the gardener's ones got a bit of green fly or something like that. One of my successful courgettes was planted here because the Swiss chard is going to be coming out soon. As you can see, all the onions are earthed up with a little bit of manure to help them grow, and they're doing fantastic and still standing tall. I love the way onions grow and then they'll suddenly just drop. Now, the reason why I feel like I have a hope with this championship giant onion growing challenge, because guys, these have a wide girth, and I thought, Stella, shall I go get a tape measure and measure them? And I was like, no, let the mystery stand. Let us continue to just watch them grow and look beautiful. And then when they finally come out, we'll be surprised, and the joy of such a surprise will be fantastic. Look at my parsnips, since I gave them a little bit of manure. I know that you're not meant to give them too much because they'll end up forking, but these guys are doing fantastic now, and I'm sure they'll produce a good crop underneath the ground because they've got the leaves to do the growing for them. I've just watered this, and it doesn't need a feed because I have I put a bag of manure in that bed before when I was making it up. I'm pleasantly surprised by how the peony has lasted. I expected it to be done by now, but I've come up a few times, and it's nice to still have the lovely flowers going on here. And these potatoes are going fine. My garlic here I think will be ready soon. I don't want to take my garlic until I see that this garlic has more scapes on it, but I'll get them on Saturday. I'm sure they're not going to suddenly speed up growing and go beyond what they should. So I'll get them on Saturday. Yeah, but this garlic is still going. It's still got a lot of strong green leaves. So until half the leaves have gone brown, I'm not touching it. Interestingly enough, this time in last year, 8th of June, I'd already harvested most of my garlic because it was ready. And yet this year, the garlic is not quite ready yet. But anyway, I wasn't supposed to be recording. I came up here to have a good time and to water the plants in a relaxed way, where Stella just sits down and lets the sprinkler do the watering. But I've ended up saying a quick hello to all of you. I hope your crop is doing as well as this, and I hope that you're enjoying your allotments regardless of what's going on, because I know that a lot of us have had a lot of pests. When I show you my broad beans at home, honestly, the broad beans are horrendous because of aphids, and I saw the ants farming them, so I'm going to pull some of them because the aphids are even going on the broad bean itself now, so that's not acceptable. Anyway, let me go home. Tomorrow is a work day and it's past 7 o'clock now. But these late days are fantastic for spending time at the allotment. So make time to enjoy your allotment when you have it. Okay, have a good one.